Okay, I'm sharing my screen. I'm starting now. Let me know if you can see my screen, right? So first I'll start a flow. So this is a very important flow to understood from right from the beginning. So every topic of SAP ABAP falls under this flow, data flow. So this is the flow. So this will be the business transaction code. And this will be the SAP database tables. And user will be using this business T codes for their business purpose. Like for example, right? For example, to create a new material, to create a new sales order, to create a new purchase order, to create a new invoice. Okay, all these things is the business activities. So as I said earlier in my demo sessions, so the entire SAP has been built for business applications, means business purpose in the industry. So day-to-day business activities, so how they is platform. So they use this SAP software and then they will do their activities of what I said just now. Okay, all those activities is nothing but screens. So through the screens, they will enter the data and then they get the data. Okay, this type of activities has been built by SAP, and all the screens, programming, everything is written by ABAP. So ABAP is SAP's own programming language, which is meant only for the SAP software. It will be useful. It cannot be useful anywhere outside the SAP software. It's not a generic software like Python or C language or any Java language. Are you getting point here? What I'm trying to say? Hello?
Yes, Mahesh.
Right. So this is the flow. And who will use this one? As I said, user. Who is the user? There are two terminology. User is one terminology and developer is one terminology in the IT industry, not only in SAP, the entire IT industry. Developer is other terminology. Developer or programmer. This is the second terminology. I mean, this is the generic terminology we use in the IT industry. User and developer. Who is the user? Who is the developer? This is also right from beginning. I will explain till end of the training. I mean, in one way or the other way. Okay, because whatever we are doing as a programmer, we are the developers in the back end, right? Who will design the screens? Who will design the programs? Who will design the reports and all. So users means, can you just anyone tell what the user meaning could be? In general, you can think of not SAP point of view. In general, where we are the
Cust-
users. Yes, yes,
Customer
go
or
ahead.
the end user.
Customers are the end user. Example, for example, if you take any example in general, you can tell that where we are the end users, nothing but end users. Like if you take a IRTC website where we are going to book the train tickets, right, or APSRTC like this. So we are the users when we are going to create the book the tickets or not to that website, to the website of that IRTC. We are the users, right? We just use what the application is there. Application is nothing but this website. Okay. And who is the developers for that IRTC?
The one who works in their company.
So the people who has backend developed that website, programmers like us, right? Like us. The same way, right? All these places, right? All these cases, what I have taken. For example, we log into the net banking, right? Net banking also, we are the users or we are the developers. Suppose we log into,
Users.
we are the users because application of the net banking we are using. Okay, so hence we are the users. So backend who has written the code to get that website to us, they are the programmers or nothing but developers. The same way, right? Same way in SAP as well, you or we are the programmers in the backend who will develop the screens, reports, what is required for the business purpose for the users. This is the concept we should remember always in this IT industry. Whenever we are entering the industry as a programmers, does not matter which technology we are starting. So we should work everyday task the programs what you are going to design or input screens, output screens as per the expectations of the users. Right? We as a we user, right, we will expect very good features in the what you are going to access, maybe in IRTC or APS or this website or maybe the bank website, all those places. So what do you expect? We expect user friendly. The same thing as a developer, programmer in the web programmer, you are going to develop the programs, applications, nothing but the reports, screens and all, as per the user expectations or user as to make the comfort the users. This is a basic funda we should be having in our mind always as long as we are as a programmers to think in that way. The point here is what we are going to build, what we are going to do. They are the laymen's. They don't know what program you are writing in the back end. What language also they don't know. They know how to use. Like for example, so we are using the WhatsApp, right? We don't know what the programming language is. We are the users or not for the WhatsApp, right? And for example, we are using the Facebook, right? We are using the Instagram. So for all that, we don't know what is the back end. We know only front end people. We are the front end users only. The same thing here as well applicable. But you are not here the user. You are the person who is going to use the your programming language to build the application for the business people in the industry people. Maybe the industry people maybe in US, UK or Canada or in Dubai. So being here, you are going to develop the programs for them, schemes for them to use for their day-to-day business applications. This is the concept. Okay. Now I'll build one practically. So entire training I will go through practical only. Because once you know the practical data flow, doing hands-on, then anything is easy to understood. So for example, what I'm telling for last 5 minutes, so it's okay, you can get it, but if you get into the hands-on what I'm going to tell, then it will be easy for you to remember. Okay. So I'll get into system. Okay. It's a remote desktop I connected. So I'll be going to provide you the server access to you as well. Okay. This is the latest SAP latest software 2023 version, which is there in the market. Okay. And you don't need any high-end configuration of to your system. So because everything is available in the remote desktop, you don't need to install any software in your system. By default, for all Windows system, you will be having the remote desktop connection. So through that, you can connect to the SAP system. I mean, remote desktop. From the remote desktop, you connect to SAP system. This is SAP system. So this is the front end. So I'll tell you the architecture as well. After telling this through, I'll tell you the architecture. Then we'll move on. So this is the logon pad. We call as logon pad. So in the remote desktop, they will install the SAP front end software. Once the installation of SAP software is done, so you'll get this option to connect to SAP server. You see here, this is the system details of SAP system details. This is nothing but application server. We call nothing but the server IP address. This one. So this is the port. This is the system number. Okay. So once you connect here, So we'll see what it is client and all. Okay. Client is one specific work area within one server, one in one system. And then we'll log into through the user ID. So user ID will be given the unique queue. And in the projects as well, it will be unique queue most of the times, but very rare cases we may share, but otherwise it is unique queue. SAP is not a free software. SAP company will sell the SAP software. Once we purchase the SAP software, every user is the cost associated for that. Okay. I will log in here. Now this is your actual first screen of SAP. This is the first screen of SAP, how it looks. GUI SAP, graphical user interface. Yeah. Now I'll show the business flow quickly, what I have showed you here. Here. And then we'll go to the architecture of SAP, and then we'll move on to the data dictionary, database related things. I'll go the topics that I'll start today only. Okay. This is the flow. So once user clicks the save data here, this is the save. Okay, and once you click on save button, the information will go what you are entering here from screen to database. This flow will do it quickly. For that, to create a materials, SAP has given one, we call as transaction code in SAP. Transaction code nothing but business user interface, business people user interface we can call. So MM01. So this MM01 SAP is, as I said, SAP provided a business transaction code. What is meaning of SAP provided means? Anyone can think of? Always remember, if any one of you are just joining the ABAP, not knowing any other modules in SAP, so you should call always SAP only, the terminology, not SAP. Okay. So there is two types of transaction codes we call the. One is the custom, other one is the standard. Custom means we will create our own, okay, as per the business requirement. Standard means SAP has been given for business purpose to use it, which SAP has developed company. So those business transaction codes will start with not start with the Z or Y. So the naming terminology in SAP, any program or T code. T code is transaction code that will not start with the okay, that will not start with Z or Y is called not start with Z or Y is called standard programs or standard T codes. What the meaning of that is? Meaning is those has been built by SAP, not by customer, means buyers, not buyers. Buyers means customers. This is a very important terminology. So once you start working on this one, you understood this one. No? Okay, now this is the business transaction code. So I'm trying to create one new material. For that material creation, SAP has given this name, this code, transaction code. Enter. So this is the screen SAP has given So you give the material under which categories you are creating, under which industry you are creating. Maybe I'll choose some industry category, maybe some fitness industry, material type. Okay. Some raw material I will choose. Okay. You don't need to worry anything about this one. No? Okay. We are very initial stage. Okay. What should be available, what should take and all will be decided by the business point of view, SAP functional people and business people. I'll tell you about that flow as well. Okay. But whereas this scheme has been built by SAP company using the ABAP programming language. The backend code is ABAP programming language. I'll show that code as well. Okay. We'll press enter here. This is what do you call this one? These things we call what do you call in our programming terminology? Anyone?
Drop down. Drop down.
Drop down. So this is a drop down box that has been developed. We can develop through the concept of in SAP we call as a skin programming. In the skin programming we can develop this drop down box. Press enter here. See, if you observe here, material number I am not entering. System will take automatically. This all settings will be done by the SAP functional consultant. Okay. I'll choose the basic data one here. Just basic information I will create. Just to make you understood the data flow, how the data flows. Okay. Now I'll give some material number. Material. Okay. Okay. And this is all what you call all these fields. Whatever you see here, all these fields, what do you call in general terminology? In general IT terminology, what do you call? How do you call this one? Input output fields, right? So these are the fields where you can give the input and it will also display the output. That's what the meaning of input output fields. Okay, so you are entering the information of the material. Okay, I'll give some basic information only, mandatory fields only. To make it simple, I'll give the basic information, some base units of measure. Okay, and some under what material group it falls. I'll choose that here accordingly. Okay, some material group I am choosing and some division I'll choose as well. Under which division it comes in. Maybe production division. Okay. So very important thing in SAP to understood is uh, anything that we don't know, for example, any specific field. So if you want information to understood what is it, okay, what do you do is press the field, which field you want to know the information. Okay, then you can press the function key F1. If you press the F1 function key, you'll get a documentation here. Function F1. You see here, there's a documentation pop-up has come here. So this will tell you what is the exact meaning of that field. Field is saying that key that used to group material to group together several materials or services with the same attributes and to assign to them to a particular material group. Okay, it will give you the basic information of what exactly is that business meaning. So what I suggest to all the ABAP developers is try to understood this very brief. Okay, and then you move on to be very interesting. Just instead of entering some X, Y, Z value while you are learning and while you are doing the projects as well. Is voice clear to you all? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Voice clear, right? Okay. So I will give some weight as well. Say suppose some gross weight. I'll give 100 for this material kg. Net weight 50. Okay, as I said already, we don't need to think much about what is the gross weight, what is the net weight in more details of the business, because this is the business understanding. So to get just overview, press F1 and just move on. Okay, now the moment I click on this save button, there is a save button here. This is save button in SAP. Once we click on this save button, the entire information what you entered on the screen will go and sit in the database in this flow. Will go on from here to here. How it will go? There is a code written in the backend by SAP company to transfer the information what you have entered on the screen to database. This is the flow. I'll click on save button here. See, this completed. That data transfer has been done from screen to database. Data travel is done. 1435. It is saying that material number 1435 has been created. Where it will create the data in any IT industry? Where it will create the data?
Database.
Database. So every program, right? The entire IT industry, right? So it contains the database. You take your employee information when you join or when you join in the college, in the college database, or when you join into the institute, in the institute for the any trainings, your information will be must be stored in the permanent in the database permanently. Same procedure here as well. So the information will go and update into the database. Into the in the database where it will update any data. What is the placeholder of the data you call in IT industry? Right? Data will go and update in database, but inside the database, what is the placeholder which holds this data?
Tables.
Tables, right? So the tables. Now we'll get into the tables to see the data is being transferred or not. For that, SAP has given the transaction code SC11 here. This is the navigation from one transaction code to other transaction code here. SC11. SC11 is the business, not a business transaction code. It is a technical transaction code where you can see all the tables information in this through this T code. Why I'm using /o is you don't want close this session. No? You want this session should be available, but you want to open one more new session. Okay. Then hence you are going to give /o SC11. SC11 is the T code name, transaction code name. Enter. Okay. This is the screen of the technical transaction code, nothing but SC11. Remember, this I'll be starting now or maybe next class itself. This is the database related concepts, what we are going to talk or what we are going to do from now itself. First topic which I will be starting, the ABAP training. Not the programming will start, but I'll start for the database first. This is the entire heart for the entire SAP. Not only for the ABAP, because SAP is having so many models, right? Maybe 300 or 400 more than that. All the models backend concept is ABAP database only, SAP database only, SAP database. That database information you can see and you can create your own new database tables, everything through this ABAP dictionary, we call ABAP dictionary concept. Okay, where you are seeing currently is ABAP dictionary. So you can see the table here. There is a table, standard table, which holds the data what you just now created through MM01. MARA, MARA is a standard table. Why I can say standard? Because this is the table name not starting with Z. Hence, it is the table created by SAP. Okay, click on display. Go to the contents. Okay, contents means I click on button contents. What is the meaning of contents?
Data.
Contains nothing but records generally. Data, nothing but records, right? This is the first thing I've entered, and this is the structure of the table. You can see. We'll discuss all this very clearly in the coming classes. And this is a button SAP is given to see the records available in this table. Click on contents here. Now this is what this could be screen. Anyone if maybe from other technology, sorry, from other module of SAP. This skin is come as an input skin again in the database table. What information you want to see? If you want to see all the records, you have to click this button. This button is execute button in SAP. All the GUI skins will see this button, execute, or press F8 function F8 shortcut key. This is the data records. Okay. What is the meaning of record? Meaning of record means what the record?
The data which is stored or entered.
That is which is the information has been stored in the table. Okay, record means you can consider as one row in the table, database table, one record. What is the column means? What is the column?
Column is the vertical ones.
Column is the nothing but a field column name or vertical vertical field, right, in the output to specify what is that meaning, right? For example, here, this is the material number created by like that. Okay, this is some multiple rows here, records are there. Yeah. So if you want to see your record here, your material number, go back here. The search here. You copy paste the number what you just now created. 1435. Give 1435 here. 1435. Execute. This is the material you created. This the data has been flowed from there to here. We are given the net weight, gross weight 50 kg. 100 as a gross, 50 we have given as a net, kg we have given as a units of weight measurement here. Okay, this is the material we have seen here. This has been transferred to database. Okay, so this is one flow. This is business transaction code. This flow I showed you. This flow. This flow. So this is always in SAP. Okay, there are three types of, generally they will create three types of transaction codes. So one is create. Okay, transaction code. What is create? Create is to create a new information. Second one, change. Change the information what you created. For example, change the material. Okay. Third one is display the data. Display the business data. Create. For this, if I take an example, what I am doing, this is for MM01 SAP has been created. Next one SAP has created MM02 to change the material information. Next to MM03. So this is for the change purpose. All these are business transaction codes. Who will use the business transaction codes always? Who will be going to use this business transaction codes? Developers or users?
Developers.
Develop. No, uses. IRTC, who is going to use?
The users.
Users. Of course, so the developers also use in the IRTC case. Okay. Yeah, because it is for them also, if they want to book any ticket, they also do use. But this, right, the concept of this one is The users are the people who are the end people on day to day they use it. Okay. So backend we as programmers we don't use that. We will create that screens by us or by the programmer. This concept. Suppose you go to supermarket, right? Supermarket, you are going for a bill, right? So after you purchase some items, so you go for bill counter. So the bill counter who is using that, who is billing, okay, or they are the users or they are the programmers, developers for that software, for that billing, whatever the bill document you will get. They are the programmers or they are
Users.
the users?
Users.
Users, right? Similar way. So the users are the people application and whoever the backend guys, right, who has developed that software for the supermarket, the programmers. Same here is applicable. Okay. Now we'll do this one, this flow. We'll create new material. We'll change the material here. Go to here. Same material, what I created. So I'll change some values. Take the same material. Go to mm02 slash o mm02. Okay. Okay. Give a material number. Press enter key here. So they will ask some basic views information. Select one, press enter here. Now, if you observe, right, the whole screen is in the change mode. It's not a create mode because something has been created. You are changing some information. You are changing some data. Suppose you want change only this data. Gross weight, I will make it to 70. Only one case I will take. Okay. Because the same for remaining fields as well to make it simple. I'll take to 70 now. Now the moment I click on save, what should happen? What do you expect in general in the database?
It get
It was
automatically saved.
100 earlier. Ah, so you expect or we expect. So now it should overwrite. It should not be having the 100. It should be 70, right? Now I click on the save button. The moment I click on save the button, everything is code only. The entire SAP, right? Not only in SAP, everything is related to backend is code only. You take banking, you can railways, you take your app, mobile, WhatsApp, everything in the backend. Once you do something, you type something, information should go from here to there. Backend code will trigger. That's the code meaning. Code means it will do some activity. The very code will do some activity for every action what you do. Either you click on button or when you press enter or whatever you are doing some activity. For that activity, backend some code has been trigger based on the application. It could be Java, .NET, or right, or ABAP or Python, right? Whatever the programming language, the backend program language will execute, and then it will take the information to back to the respective database. In this case, now I'll click on save it. So now data is moving. So it is changed. 1435. Go to same material number 1435 here. I have not closed that screen. No? 1435 here. So it should become 70 here, not 100. Why it is not it become 70? I changed right just now, but in the database it is showing still 100 only. It is not showing 70, which I have changed.
Maybe it created another record or another something else.
No, it will overwrite same data only. I'll go back to one skin forward, backward. Then you understood. Now think of what I should do here. Do you see my cursor? Where is my cursor?
On the refresh
Yeah.
button.
So I have not done refresh. So it shows still the old record only. If I
Yeah.
click
Okay.
on see now, I click refresh. Now I double click here so that to see the data here. Do you see now 70 came or not?
Yes.
So this is the concept actually. Now you change the data. Whatever the data you change, the data will reflect in the database. Remember, any IT industry, this is the one flow where you create a data. We will be going to create as a new, right? For example, you joined in a company, right? As a ABAP developer. On the first day, they will create your all information, right? Your date of birth, your gender, address, right? Location, everything. And then they will create you the employee number as well. Create means database. The database will update. Same procedure what you are doing. You can imagine, right? What we are doing in general. You joined a college, suppose you joined in a gym, for example. So all the information you enter, right? And then your information will be available in the database. Same thing you are doing here. Same there as well in the app as well. The backend is code only. Now this flow is completed. So in this flow, what happened is this is MM01 flow. In the second, in this flow, what we have done MM02 here. This is MM02. This is MM02, and this is your SAP database. Okay, this is the flow, right? So the moment you give the material number and press enter, control will go to here, and first it brings the data which is available. Are you getting my point here? See here. This is the first flow. This is the first flow. I'll show you again here. Same MM02. I'll go back. Go back means from the previous screen. MM02 here. Okay. Now the moment I give the material number, press enter. Okay. Enter. See, all the information has come from the database, this flow. The moment you give the material number, okay, you press enter, control will go and fetch the information what you have been given is available or not onto screen. This is the flow. And all the fields are available in the change mode here. Once you enter the data, click on save. Again, flow will happen from here to here. Data will go and sit in the database. So this is the save button here. This is the three flows will happen now when you go for change transaction code, change the business data. Okay. Next, we'll see the last flow, MM03 slash N MM03. Okay. Why slash N I give is overwrite. N means overwrite. You don't need the previous screen. Hence, you can the overwrite. See here like this. For example, suppose I don't want this screen to be available. I go here slash N I'll give. N means overwrite this session. I don't want this session. You open a new session on this overwrite. Peggy suppose SC level. So now the new screen will open, new session will open, will override this one. Like this. Okay. Now we are this MM03 here. MM03. 03 is only for display the information what have been available. Now I press enter here. See, I will press choose the data one, basic data one. Now you see all the fields as gray out, right? This is the terminology we use in the IT industry, right? Gray out. What is the meaning of gray out? And not editable, right? Gray out means not editable. So why is not editable in this scenario? You don't want change the data because creation done, change is done, display only. Display is display only. You can't edit. Hence, these are all non-editable mode. Okay. In this, the flow is how the flow will happen. MM03 flow here is this is MM03 here. Okay. And this is your SAP database. SAP database. Table name is Mara. This business transaction codes will update multiple tables, not only Mara. Okay, we'll see that later. But to make it simple, I will take one table only. Now MM03 flow is like this. Once you are asking, okay, for so and so material information, control go to here. Okay, it brings the data from here to here. Only this flow it will happen. There is no third flow because third flow you are not changing. Hence, there is no third flow. Only you ask for get material, control go to database, brings that information to you and show you in non-editable mode. This is the flow for MM03. Okay. Now go to here. This is the skin flow data here. Okay. Are you clear what I'm saying? So simple basic flow. Okay. You have to take this what I'm doing. Okay. You have to practice it right from the beginning. So I'll provide you, as I said already, system to you. Okay. Go through what I have done. So you should practice the same thing in your system from the day one. Okay. We're not started the actual programming, but this is the flow to understood so that you will be clear the concept, what you are going to do. Okay. And next, I'll take you the architecture of SAP. So otherwise, I will take one more concept of data extraction concept, data fetching concept. I'll show that output how to display. Then I will move on to architecture and then step by step. So that this two flows is completed. Okay. Listen very carefully. Very entire SAP or entire IT industry works on this flow only. You take any technology. Okay. So second one is this is one type of data flow, right? What is that flow here is always business tree code and SAP database tables. Data will update. This is the data insert scenarios, all save scenario. Like as I said already, right? Whenever you are joining the new company or new gym fitness center or any place wherever you are joining, wherever you are enrolling, right? For example, you are applying your new PAN card, right? So all the information will give and the information will go and sit in database. So these are the activities where the database updates will happen. Information will be go and sit in the database through the front end screens. Okay. Next, data extraction. Next, other scenarios is uh, this is a business tree code. Business tree code. Okay. And this is the SAP database. Okay. You ask some information to get the data. And the data will come as output here. This is the output. So the flow is this is a business tree code. For the business tree code, there will be the program. It's the ABAP program. Through the ABAP program only. It's the ABAP program. Okay. And through the ABAP program, you create a business tree code. And ABAP program will fetch the information from here to here based on the what input you ask. and then output will be going to display. This is the other flow. 95% of the SAP work will be in these two flows, what I am telling today. The second flow. Okay. So quickly we'll build this flow one through the program. Okay. You don't need to feel complex of the first day, but this is just to make you to familiar only. I'm telling at this point of time. Otherwise, you will get more clarity going forward. What is this one all? Okay, it's clear to all. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Or any questions you have, I can just stop for some time and you can ask the question.
Yes, I am clear. No doubt.
Clear, right? All okay. Fine, good. So we'll do just quickly this simple flow, this flow as well, which I will build this flow as well quickly. Okay. Now to build this one, what I do is first I will create a new program. Okay. I'm just giving all tab. You might be knowing all of your all tab to move to different skins in the Windows. Okay. SC38. SC38 is the program, sorry, T code, not a business T code. Remember, my terminology is very important. Our terminology is very important, trainers terminology. So this is the technical transaction code to build the business T codes. So now SC38 is the SAP provided transaction code to create all SAP programs, web programs. So I'll create a program here, starting with any programs you write in SAP. You means we means customers. Okay. So it must be starting with Z or Y to differentiate SAP's programs and our programs. Okay, starting with Z. Okay. I'm just giving MAH to find out my programs easily. In the real-time projects, you will be given the standards to follow. What should be the first characters? After that, what should be the next characters? What should be the next characters? Everything will be given in the project's documentation. So I'll provide that later. So you have to follow that exactly same way in your projects. Okay. Mm, so I'll write data extraction, ABAP program, and to give today's date, right? 6th July, for example. 6th July. Click on create. Okay. Program to bring the data. Okay. Is reporting. So we'll see one by one what the meaning of this one. Choose the executable program. Okay. Remaining is not mandatory. Okay, we can discuss this later. At this point of time, just understood, or when you are practicing as well, you can practice what I'm giving here. Click on save. You lost the package. Package means like a folder in your Windows in general to store all your programs. So in the next class, we'll create a new package. What the package and all. But now I'll show you without a package, there is a local object. Means local object means these programs can be available only in this SAP system. You cannot move from this system to other system. That is the meaning. Click as local object. No. This is the ABAP editor. Okay. So simply I will write one query, one program, simple program, and I'll show you the output so that you will complete this flow. Yes. Maybe another 10 minutes I'll take today. Okay, then I'll stop today's class till 7:40, 7:45. Okay. And now I'll go to here. I'll write here. Okay. This is the default statement comes by written by SAP. Don't change this one. This is the report program name. Here we write. I'll build that input field, for example, parameters. No need to worry at this stage. What is this parameters and all? We have not started this topic yet. Okay, just make you to understand the flow. I'm telling this one. Parameters means input fields. In any programming language, input screen will be there, right? Input to enter the user. So I'll go the input field here. This is a keyword. Parameter is a keyword. Colon is for the continuation of the statement. So, okay. P underscore the material type. Type Mara. We'll see what is meaning of this one. P underscore MDR, you think of like a variable. Think of like a variable, but this variable is going to information is going to enter by the user to the user input field. What is the variable? What is the meaning of
P
variable?
variable
Variable.
is variable is nothing but we assign some data to it.
So which will get the data in the runtime only. Okay. Without a variable, there is programming.
Yeah.
Any programming variable is a concept where it holds the information in the runtime only. Runtime means when program is executing. Permanent means database tables. We'll see all this very clearly. Type is the keyword. Mara is the table name. This is the field name. What is the meaning of this one? These properties will come to this field. Properties means data type and size and data type and size. We'll see this one. Next, start off. Select star from Mara into table it underscore Mara where material type equal to P underscore material type here. This is the select queries in SAP. We call SAP here. To get the information. What is the purpose of select statements? Any one of you from the programming background? What is the meaning of select statements in IT industry? Not only ABAP.
So if you want to retrieve some particular data from the database, so we use select option to differentiate between the one we want and the other ones.
Correct. So what is the meaning of this one? Select means go to database, bring the information. To make it very simple, select means you go and bring the information for me from database to the program. So star means what could be the meaning of star in general in the programming language, database programming concepts? What could be the star means?
Star is nothing but the thing which we need to retrieve.
Star means all the fields available in the table. Meaning
Yeah.
in the table, all the fields. For example, if you open a table, if I open a table, so I'll open a table, Mara table, display. You see my skin here. So this all these are the fields only. All these are the fields here. How many fields it is showing here? See my cursor position. Where is currently?
352.
Star means all the 352 fields information will come from the database to the program. That is the meaning actually. We'll see very detailed this one, this concept going forward. What is IT underscore Mara could be? In other programming languages, so it is arrays concept. What is the arrays concept?
Arrays is a stack. Arrays is a sequence of data when we store some data.
Hmm. In
This
the
is a set of
runtime,
data.
yes, it stores the runtime data more than one record,
Yeah.
right? So runtime. That's very important. So that is, we call it the internal tables in the SAP. Check syntax. This is syntax check, but okay, it is unknown because I have to declare here. I can declare here data IT_Mara type table of Mara. Okay. Now we check syntax here. No syntax here. This is the declaration of the internal table. Nothing but your array concept in other programming languages. This is the, we call in the SAP data object. Data object means data stores in the runtime. Now this holds the records from the database. Now check syntax, activate. This is the activation button. We'll see what the purpose. Activation will give the latest changes effect. This is the execution button. Now if I execute, will it display any data or not? Will it display any data? If I execute, think of.
Yeah, if IT_Mara is already given in the database, then it will display the data.
It display the data. This code, if I execute this code, no. Will it execute the output? What my question is, will it display the data output or not on the output screen?
Yeah, it will
Output,
display the. Yeah, it will display.
display. Anyone? Any other answer?
If there is already records being given for the IT_Mara in the database, then it should display the data.
Yes. But we are not writing any write statement. Output statements we are not writing.
Yes. Yeah.
So it
So
won't
if we
display.
execute like this, yeah, it won't display. So if there is a data given under these variables, then it should display.
Data will be available, but you are not writing any next statements to print output.
Yeah. If you're not
This is the
writing
only
any
thing.
statement, then it won't display.
Yes. So I will write that quickly. You don't worry about this one. We'll see this syntax later. This is your looping and printing of the records. You write here for carry_Mara hyphen material number. material is material number and maybe 50 position. I'll tell you what is the meaning of this one. Mara hyphen material type. Okay. Only two fields I'll print. Check syntax. It says that W_Mara is not declared. We declare here. You know the structures in other programming languages. What is the structure purpose?
Structure is nothing but the way the flow continues. So if we display W_Mara below the right line, it won't execute. So it won't take it as an input.
Basically, to make it simple, structure is a single record hold. It holds only one record only, right? In the other programming languages also. Arrays will hold multiple data records. Structure is only single record. Same here as well. Now W_Mara is single record. We'll see this very clearly going forward. This will store single record. Check syntax now. All right. No syntax. What is slash? Could be. What could be the meaning of slash? Slash is a new line character in ABAP. It will go to new line after print. Every time it will go to new line and print it. What is 50 means? From column position, left to right.
The position, yeah.
Check syntax here. Activate. This is a material number. How do you know? Double click here. It's material number here. You see the material number. Back, click on back here. This is material type. Double click here. This one. Double click here. See the MTRT field where is available here. here. This is the material type field. Go back and execute. This is execute. Give the input. For example, I want only finished materials. How do I know? Go to here. Search for suppose waste materials only. So I'm asking the program now to print only the waste materials. Click on that. Execute now. Because you don't have the data for this one. Choose some finished materials. Say suppose FERT. Right? Finish the product. Execute. You see the data. All is finished materials only. Right? So heading is not coming. So you can give the heading here. For example, go back. You can give here material number. Okay. And 50 position material type. Okay. Now the heading also will come in the output. Activate. Execute. Give the same input as a FERT. Execute. See the material number and material type. If you want some gap, you can give a gap. You can give skip. Skip. Skip means one line blank will come. Activate. Execute now. Give the material type. Execute. Say material number, material type here. This is the flow. For this to create a business transaction code, we should go to SC93. I'll complete that flow as well. SC93. Go to SC93. Okay, you can create a new business transaction code. Say Z mat info. Why Z? Because it is a custom one. Click on create. Okay, you'll get a pop-up. Give the short description here. Material information display. Okay. Choose here report to this one. Second one, we'll see what is this one because there is a report program and enter. I think with this name already existing. I'll give today's date 06 July. Enter. Okay. You'll give the program name here for which program you are creating the business transaction code. This flow. This flow. This flow. Now program is created. Output is coming low. Data is getting from the database. This is the business T code. And this is the input field. P underscore, this is the input. P underscore MTRT. This is the input. Input screen field here. Now this you are doing, business transaction code you are creating. Okay. Choose the compatible for the web applications as well. That's all. Check boxes, save it. Save. Save it again. Here as a local only. For now this class. Done now. Now this T code you can access as a new business transaction code and user will execute from here. Anywhere you can execute. You can execute from here. Enter. Input screen has come. He will give the input. And he will give the expect the output. This is the flow. This flow. In this flow, is there any database update is happening or database only fetching we are doing?
Only fetching.
Only fetching. Only fetching. Okay. As I repeated, I say many times, going forward as well. Anything in the IT industry, this is the two things. First case data update, second one is data fetching. The entire IT industry runs on these concepts only. Okay, clear? I'll stop here.